Hello and welcome to week 2 of building Kamino. Last week was the planning week, aka the most boring episode of any building series, where I basically took a bit of paper out and drew what I think Kamino is most likely going to look like. And then we set out exactly how big we're going to go and put down a bunch of black plates. And today is all about finding out what we're going to put on top of those black plates for the water of Kamino. So that should be fun. Let's get into the intro.
Move it, troopers! On the double! Fire!
Okay, so as you know, I'd probably kick it off with a haul of some variety, whether that be Bricklink, Pick-a-Brick, Bricks and Pieces, whatever. This week is slightly different because this the haul is going to be dependent on the type of water that I choose to go with. And I've got a couple of different techniques that I want to go through with you all and explain the pros and cons of each. The ultimate, most simple way of doing water is this. Blue plate. Would be to line the entire bottom with this blue plate. The pros as being that this is very simple. The cons is that it does not look very good or realistic in any way. And as you saw, I already put down the black. It would be pointless to put this on top of the black, so this is automatically discounted. The most popular way of doing water in Lego, at least I think, is through this technique. Getting a bunch of studs and just dropping them down. This technique works because it's, you can also, before I go through the pros and cons, I've also got it in a couple of other, like, colours to explain how. I guess you could almost mix it together to get, like, a sort of nice variance of them. This technique works because it's the most fluid way I found of making water look. Like, it looks like the water's moving. However, it's really, really annoying to work with. If anytime you want to move the muck around, everything starts shaking and all of the pieces start falling all over the place. And also, you have to get absolutely thousands and thousands of these to cover the space I want to look at. So again, I know a lot of people like to go with this because of the look it gives off, but for me, it's probably not going to be the best option. What I think would probably be my best option would to be this piece. If I open up my little baggie here, as you can see, I've already got quite a collection of them. This piece, a 1x2 trans tile. This bag, for example, is in trans blue, not trans light blue, just regular trans blue. This works because it's low profile. You can cover lots of space, and it's not going to move around on you. However, when you put a bunch of them together, it doesn't really look like water, it just looks like a bunch of tiles, because they've got, like, when you put them all together, they've got that small rim around them. I'll put a picture up right now to show you what I mean. So it's like, it doesn't look like water, although this would probably be the most cost-efficient way besides the blue brick, because they're very small, and you can, like, if you were going for like a pick-a-brick cup, you could get far more of these in, and each one fills up 2 spaces, 2 studs, so that's very beneficial. The choice that I've actually gone with, let me put this down, is this one. 1x1 bricks in trans light blue. And there are pros to this. One being is that I do like the look of it when a bunch of them are put together. The black underneath makes it look darker, which is good because the waters of Kamino are actually quite dark. But ultimately, it's the reason that I could get these in mass quantity for much cheaper than I could any of the other options, purely because at the time of filming this, these are on my Pick-a-Brick wall at my local Pick-a-Brick Lego store. So I've got quite a lot of those, as I will show you in my Lego haul coming up right now. Okay, so when you're gonna see this in the actual update, this will be destroyed finally. So this is just the as it currently is, but I'll just leave that for now. So I just want to show these off just because I have them in the cups right now. I went to the Lego store today and they had these wonderful 1x1 trans light blue bricks. I was looking to get more of these 1x2 dark trans blue or just trans blue tiles, but they didn't have them, so I went for these instead. So this is just me trying to figure out what I want to do for the water of Kamino and what type of color or style I want to go for, whether I want to go for just standard bricks on top or if I want to do even a snot water. I'm not sure how well that will turn out. I did have another cup of these, which I got from a previous haul a few weeks ago. These are all built together, but this one's just all loose in the cup. Yeah, I used these on my Mandalore mock, which you will have seen by now. It just hasn't been released by the time I'm filming this currently. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how these comes out. I don't know how many I've got. Hopefully quite a few, and hopefully I doubt it'll be enough to fill up my space that I need it to, but hopefully it'll make a really good start in doing so. So yeah, let's move on from there. Okay, so as you can see, I've laid down my first little batch of water. It took me longer than I expected, even though it's just putting down bricks on a base plate in the most simple, most monotonous way possible. I realize this series, or currently the way I'm building it, is going to be quite awkward for my face, as you can basically see the shadows of everything I'm doing on top of the mock. But yeah, so after just laying down that base plate, this is all of the 1x1 light blue I've got left. So I've still got that tub and just a little bit left in this cup here. So I'm not entirely sure if I do even have enough to finish all of this, despite me buying 3 Pick-a-Brick cups worth of the stuff. So yeah, that's fun, but I'm gonna have to keep going because the only way to figure out if I do have enough is because I'm not gonna count all of those because that'll take me months. So I've just got to put them on the base plate, I guess. Okay, so after about 2 hours of stacking, I would say stacking studs because that sounds better, but it's just stacking bricks. I've got a bit further of this base plate done, and I am now completely out of my 1x1 translite blue bricks, which is really annoying because I thought I had enough to finish. Clearly not. And there's a couple of options I can take here. The obvious one is to completely size down the mock, but I don't want to do that. I like the size it is, I like the scale I'm building at right now, and I want to keep it that way. So my plan is to buy some more. As you know, I got these from the Pick-a-Brick wall, so if I head out there tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to get some more. I think 2 large cups will finish it. And if not, that's the maximum amount I'm buying because I'm not spending 50 quid on 1x1 light blue grey brick, trans light blue bricks. What I've done to somehow save some pieces is going to be by doing a 1 stud border around the whole thing, just in black, because it'll make the mock look neater and it will save some pieces. So that's quite good in both ways. The other way is that I'm going to put pillars in here. I think I'm going to have 4 main pillars for my hanger and then some more pillars around here for my platforms. so that should save some studs. And also I'm thinking maybe in like this area doing some form of crashed vehicle, or maybe some like vehicle rising out of the sea. Either way it should save on parts, so that would look good as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to head out to the Lego store tomorrow, so that's fun. Okay, so I've finally been able to move up from the floor, just because I basically turned around feed. I did knock over a tower in the process, but you know, this will be finished with soon anyway. Scooting back over to this though, big old Kamino, you can see that as I said before, I do not have enough of these to fill out the entire mock yet, but hopefully I should be able to get some more from the pick a brick wall, providing they're still there. But yeah, as you can see, I've put down 4 spots. This is where I'm planning to make my 4 main pillars to hold up the hangar bay in this area. It does take up a little bit more of the space than I'd wanted to, but I just really don't want to build this over the gap, because I quite like it the way it is right now, how it's like semi-modular and like the base plate sections I made it. Similarly to the way I made this be able to split in half. That proved to be super useful to me when I was moving it around to switch it to get some details in on the back. And I do want to keep a similar thing for this, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do entirely about that yet. But yeah, so that's just these little bits in here. Okay, I am back from the Lego store. I was able to get in there today, just as we were announced that we're going into another lockdown. So that means a couple of things for me. One, it means I'll be able to build more because I'll be going outside the house less. But number 2, the problem is the way I've been getting these is from the pick a brick wall, and if we're in lockdown I can't go to the pick a brick wall. It should be only for a month this lockdown's supposed to last, so hopefully I'll just won't focus on the water for the next month and just work on the actual base stuff. But I was able to pick up 2 more large cups of those 1x1 of these 1x1 translate blue bricks, which are gonna be super useful to, if that spill, I would have cried, but you know. And now my smoke alarm's going off, so I'm gonna put those down and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so another little update from when you've last seen this. This entire base plate has been filled with water, as well as like this half base plate up here. In those last 2 cups that I had, which are now also completely empty because I've once again run out of those 1x1 bricks, which is a lot of fun. So I've just got this tiny little slither to cover up, which I think is about like 1/5 of the total base plate left. As the UK has just gone into lockdown from the time of me filming this, I can't get any more pick a brick for them. So my plan is to just leave this for the next few weeks while I work on other stuff, and when the lockdown ends, I'll go back to the Lego store, get some cups, and finally finish out this little bit here. In the meantime, I've made some borders with some 1x black bricks around the whole area. You can see down here, and also topped them with a tile to make it look nice and professional, even though you can see the green base plate underneath, which is kind of annoying, but what can you do? I also made these things slightly smaller, of just going 6x6 instead of 8x8, because I really don't want this whole base plate dominated by this hangar area. I do want my platforms to be quite significant as well. But yes, I'm pretty happy with how that's going. And also cut out this area to put in some tile, because the way I'm planning to sort out my pillars means this needs to be smooth on the bottom. But that about does it for this this update. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and like the update, like the video. That's what the like button's for. If you're enjoying Kamino and excited for it, drop me a comment. And if you've got any comments or suggestions, let me know and I will take them into account as per usual. And subscribe so you can't miss this Kamino mop take shape, because it's going to be pretty cool, I think. So thank you so much for watching, and bye.